Welcome back. Another episode in the Cars franchise series. Your host Sammy33, and we finished up a homestand 9 games. Not maybe the way we wanted things to end, but hey, we took 2 out of 3 against Kansas City. Ultimately, 5-4. Not the greatest, not the worst, but also keep in mind it's been a while since I played MLB, at least in franchise mode. So we'll take a look at the series, see how we won 2 out of 3. You can see that last game was a pretty boring ass game, 1-0. And then we'll take a look at the standings and also take a check around the league for some highlights. So without further ado, let's head out to St. Louis and see what happened at Busch. Well, I can't say I walk a lot. I strike out a lot. Lorenz, the young rookie, maybe on the board. Comes up big again. Let's go. Finally getting some at-bats. And as he has done so far, comes through. I love a David Eckstein card though. Pitches, I see it come in. I just don't know if I should swing. Early lead. And we add to it. You're doing a run. Oh, I didn't think he was going to get to that. Actually, would have been doubled up. Take a risk. Pays off. 2-0. So I had to calm. That's why when the game got tied, I was so pissed. Like, God. Pujols. What are you running back to third for? Why are you running to second? Really weird base running there. But regardless, I really scored. Pujols with the run batted in. It would be 5, one of them being an RPG, so that's good. But it wouldn't be easy. I'm a quarter of the way through Uncharted 3. The Royals making a push. Second and third with 1 out. Not strong enough. Sack flies. It is now 4-2. Quarter of the way through Uncharted 3, so I'll have that. I have not played Metal Gear Solid 2 to completion on strength. And Mount Castle. Not the smartest decision. Knew I wasn't going to get there. I was done. Should have just sat back. Let that be a single. But it doesn't end up hurting. 4-3. But the Cardinals would hold on. Andrew Miller would still get the save. Lorenz with the big home run. Carp and Goldie adding hits as well. Even Bader a triple. Take the opener. Game number 2. You see we're jumping all the way to the 6th. Rough for Jack. Good start. I'm sorry, Flaherty. Man, we've had so many opportunities. We got 10 hits this game and no runs. You heard that correctly. 10 hits, no runs. Flaherty had a perfect game going into the 5th. Lost in the 5th on a walk. 3. We take it. Rough inning for him. Finally got to him. Let's go. But we get the big hit. Finally got to him. Again, it's the rookie Lorenz. If he's out, that's a huge help. Coming up huge. Puts the Cardinals up 3-1. That'll make me a happy ass dude. And then we have an interesting play here. You can see it's called safe. Out. Yep. Out. Ball was there first. That's a big one right there. We challenge. You get a speedster off base. And a key out. And as it usually happens. But when you get one of those balls, they go and they go. One of my favorites. You're low and away. Got it throws 100. When we threw 100, it came late. And we took advantage of it. 5-1 St. Louis. 13 hits. Again, 10 hits without scoring a run early on. But we take advantage of the 3 that we do have. Take the first 2. Then come into the finale. See, starting farther, is not going to get there. 28th. Good start for Michaels. Got a bad jump on that ball because he already leaned back, and once he leaned back, I'm like, he's not going to get there. The runners on the corners. Tough. 1 run. Pujols. The hit streak. Ugly. Continues. Knocked barely. 7-0. Speedy's able to get on. Pujols continues his hit streak, his 10th game in a row with a hit. Of all people to get a hit. Going to the 9th. Goldie. Least likely guy. One of the hotter bats we've had. And he lines out the first. Called it. Just one of those games. 4 hits. Really couldn't get anything going at the plate. Brady Singer with 6 strikeouts. Michaelis, 4, 7 hits spread across 8. Just a rough 8th inning. That triple by Isbell really hurt. So we lose the finale, couldn't get the sweep. But we head to KC. We followed him out. And you can see the rookie Kevin Vizcaíno. His 11th home run of the season. Don't know what it is about this guy. He's been getting a lot of at-bats of late. He's hitting really well. And as you probably imagine, the Yankees have been rolling all year. That got them jump-started. 4-2 New York. But there is something I want to show you. We wanted to take a little bit of a look into what is going on with this guy. He's had a great season for them. We want to see what's going on. 77 overall C potential. You can see a little better power against lefties, but significantly better contact against lefties. Not a bad player. Pretty solid guy. Can you look at his stats? 246, 9 doubles, 11 home runs, 25 RBIs. Or RBI, whatever. Runs batted in. I hate that so much. 9 stolen bases. Not a bad slash line. He's just starting to come on for New York. I've been seeing him in the recent sims. You know, taking a look around the league at what he's doing statistically. He's starting to pick it up now. This could be someone to look out for. It's allowed them to move Glaber over to second base, which opens up better fielding. That's not great, but let's be honest. We've seen what Glaber is at shortstop. It opens up better fielding. He's being productive. There's already a great team in terms of bats, and they've just now found another bat that they can put anywhere in the lineup and be productive. Keep an eye on this guy. We'll be looking at him. Maybe a Rookie of the Year award, but good game for him. 3 runs batted in. GG's to Kevin. And since we're looking at the Yankees, I figure we might as well just go look at the big stud. It's been requested. The power masher, the contact mashing. His vision actually is up a little. It's up to 43. It's nice. Discipline 99 is kind of funny, but we all know what Judge is. Judge is a really good, very dangerous bat. He's very good in terms of power, good fielder. I think his arm might be a little bit low, but that's still solid. Those home run numbers are what matter. 90 games played, so still a ways to go. 20 home runs, definitely on pace for 30 plus. 65 runs batted in, definitely on pace for 100. Obviously it strikes out a lot, but this is also something typical in today's baseball. It's 3 results. You know what they are. He gets this one a lot, but you take it for those. 274 average is not bad though. That's not what you would expect for a guy that strikes out as much as he does. 274 OBP is 386, 895 for OPS, not bad. Keep an eye on him going forward, but at the very worst, Silver Slugger. But with the Yankees rolling and come playoff time, it's gonna be a tough lineup to face because guys like him can do a lot of damage if everybody gets on, or people get on in front of these types of guys. Him, Stan. This lineup becomes really tough to do. We saw this last year in my franchise in the World Series. He necessarily didn't get me. It was the constant, the little guys getting on for some big guy to knock them in. Scary. Keep an eye on. We're gonna jump into this one just a little later. Going to the top of the 5th. Back and forth action so far. Gurriel smacked hard and out the ballpark. Another home run in this game. His 24th. We did get to see Bo Bichette hit one earlier. I believe it was in the top of the 2nd. But this would go to extras, and you'd get Rowdy Tellez. Not exactly the guy you're going to pick out in this lineup to hit the home run. No knock on him. But his 21st comes up huge.
So it's a 2-run shot to right center.
All the home runs in this game. But also Mathias hit a home run. Mathias hit a home run too. But this is the big one. 8-2 in the 10th inning. And surprisingly, a clean 10th. 3 up, 3 down for Jordan Romano. Don't see that too often. Also for the Angels, you see Soler. Power as well. Let's take a look at the standings. A good win for the Blue Jays, and we're gonna take a look at Vlad here. See, clearly this card will look very different on next year's game. Only 54 power? I think not. Those numbers will be up across the board. But statistically, he is balling here too. 18 home runs, 56 runs batted in, but the big key is his average, 223. If his power was higher, I assume his home run total would be higher too. 382 OBP, 882 OPS. He has been really solid. Something else that I wanted to point out with him. See that his WAR is 2.6. That's not bad. But that's not what I wanted to point out. Something that stood out to me when kind of looking at his statistics. Normally you see reverse splits. So yes, his contact is higher against righties. But the fact that he's batting so well against them, usually almost everyone I looks at, even if the ratings are higher, you see them better against the opposite-handedness. He is, and he should be, given his attributes, but it is still nice to see. And he is playing better on the road. That's the other thing I want to point out. 336 batting average on the road, 11 and 36. You can see the majority of his damage has come away from home. You always love to see that. The big thing about superstar players or potential superstar players, you know what to expect when the lights are on at home. Is when the lights are on the road. What can you do? The pressure's on, you're in a hostile environment. How do you respond? He's responded well. Let's see if they can keep this up and get back in that playoff race. Getting a little bit closer here as we get into August gameplay. You got the Braves with a 9-game lead, so they're starting to pull away in the division, even though the Mets have won 4 in a row and pretty much have kept pace with the Braves. They're starting to do their thing. You can see release the Nats. They fell off, losing 4 in a row, so go from 6 back to 10 back. Phillies dropped to 500 on a 3-game losing streak. Tough sledding in the NL East. Braves are starting to pull away that magical number 69. Same thing in the Central, 69. You can see we're a half game ahead of the Braves. That's an important thing to note because that may be a factor coming down the stretch. They have the tiebreaker. We have a 12.5 game lead over Milwaukee. This division pretty much is wrapped up unless we have a terrible losing streak. But we're in pretty good shape. Only one team with a winning record. Everyone else having some issues. The Reds, though, have won 5 in a row, maybe not necessarily closing the gap on us, but closing that gap toward the 500 record. And so nice to see that. In the West, the Dodgers still setting pace. Padres, better records than, here, us, St. Louis. Also the Braves, but they are a wild card spot. They're in a wild card spot. The top. Giants, winning record, 19 back. 7.5 back. The division's pretty much barring an epic collapse. Can say are stable. National League, wild card. Padres, sizable lead. Basically 9 games clear, 8 games clear. I think it's 8 games. This might be 9. I can't. Whatever. They're far ahead. That's all I know. In terms of that second wildcard spot, though, big group here. You've got the Nats 1 back, Giants 2.5, Milwaukee 3, Phillies 3.5, Marlins 5.5, and the Reds 6. Reds coming on strong. The Nats definitely losing their grip, losing 4 in a row. See if they can put it together. 2 and 8 in their last 10 games. Does not help at all. But the Reds making a push. Love to see it. It'd be nice to see someone else from the National League Central really make a legit push for a playoff spot. We'll see what happens. The American League. The Yankees, we've been saying all year the division is done. 23 games above. No one else with a winning record. We can just gloss over this. The Central. Cleveland. Starting to pull away a little bit. Twins. You can see here the last 10, 7-3, 3-7, 2-8. So you have that huge gap there. The Twins are now 5 back. The White Sox 7.5 back. So Cleveland trying to put the clamps down on the division lead. And in the West, the Astros, same thing. They're trailing or trending the right way. The Angels are kind of stuck treading water. That's not going to help. Astros now have a 4-game lead. That is perfectly seen with the last 10 games. In the wild card hunt, though, the Angels clearly have a big gap. 8.5 game lead over the Twins. And You see the White Sox and Blue Jays, the Rays too. Now these two are iffy because they're just kind of trying to get to 500 first before we can really talk about them. But the White Sox, realistically, 2.5 back, same division, so they'll have a few more games against the Twins. They for sure will be able to have an impact, direct impact on the Twins with the games played. I don't know if the Blue Jays or Rays play them. I'll take a look at that later as we get closer to the end of the season. But as it stands right now, the Twins have that second spot. We'll see if they can hold on. And that'll do it for this video. We've got a road trip coming up before our next day off. 3 against the Pirates, 3 against the Royals. So with the Pirates, we got Poppin on the mound, Keller, and Cody Palms. 2 with +5 ERAs, 3.76. And for us, we get Kim, Waino, and Rodon. Waino has pitched excellent. Kim, last start was good, but he's been really hit or miss over the, pretty much since the end of May. So we'll see if he can get it back together. Summer has not been good to him. It's Pittsburgh, it's on the road. Hopefully we can put up some runs. And with the day off, everyone gets some rest. We're ready to roll. We'll see what we can do. As I said, make sure you follow the channel, sub to the channel here so you can be notified when the next video drops. Hopefully it will be tomorrow. I'm not sure necessarily I'm playing franchise tomorrow, but the video should be up tomorrow. And we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you later. Go Cards.